today, 500 women will go missing. 500 women who all learned how to stay visible for the cat call, for the men, for the cameras. So we all always want all eyes on us. This is how to stay beautiful. Teach ourselves how to stay beautiful. We've done curls, blow, grease, straighten, cuts, everything. Make it shine, exfoliate, style, comb. Women do crazy things in attempts to find themselves. Their hairlines and their eyebrows go missing. You see it every day. They're phantom pom-pom girls with the innocence of mystery black sisters. Somewhere in the rooms of our sisters and daughters, we've clipped, blow, dry, everything. Make it shine, exfoliate, style, comb. Smile, pretty girl. Smile, pretty girl. Look at the caskets they're throwing themselves into. We can still hear them whisper. Look at the stilettos we're growing our souls from. Today, 500 women will go missing. So we all always want all eyes on us. So this next poem I wrote for... So this next poem I wrote because I wanted to enter Lover in Another, but unfortunately it didn't come that year, so I never got to perform my poem. But it's inspired, it's a very exaggerated true story of this girl we used to know at Ray's, and it was said that she sells, because every time we went to Ray's at night, we'd always find her standing by the corners at the gates with that very, very, very short blue dress and gold heels, they were platinum gold heels. So yeah, I created a narrative around this girl, and it's called Lady in the Blue Dress. She walks into the club, and a bum greets you 5 minutes later. So seductive, luscious, having every man trying to mac her. Having him wish that life was like a blackberry and they screen munch her in order to munch her. First impression, perfection, hourglass figure, dark in complexion, leaves with a stranger in 5 minutes without any hesitation. A student, teacher, preacher, even minister, making monogamy seem sinister, like it's nothing but a bad religion. When she's around, everyone else disappears like she's some kind of magician, but being her is not something to be wishing. Her demeanors can have a person spitting. I'll tell you all about her if you just lend me your ears and listen. Lady in the blue dress, empty pockets don't impress her. She can depict the thickness of your wallet from a mile away like a rich man raider. And if it's thick enough, she'll let you invade her. A real hoe, aibo. Excuse my language. But I'm just saying, if she was a veggie, she'd be a cab bitch. The only thing that's pressed faster than a rumors are her legs. And if you loaded, you don't even need to beg. Her legs are like doors which open to those who are bold enough to knock, good at raising cocks like she wants to be a chicken farmer when she's older. Her bedroom has had more visitors than Oprah. She'd be like, I've never done this before. Then gets down on her knees and starts sucking that dick like a porn star. You see, men use love to get sex. Women use sex to get love. She uses blowjobs to get nose jobs. Ticking of the clock means licking of the cock, acting religiously, constantly on her knees, not for mercy, but for more dirty. Lady in the blue dress, yes, you hard, I gotta confess. Dress so short, butt cheeks exposed, shaking that thick ass like nobody's business. Y'all know what they say about hood rats. Once they reach a sexual maturity, they begin a mating dance called twerking in order to find a mate that will supply her with food and shelter and have all her needs catered. Lady in the blue dress, exactly who are you trying to impress? Thank you. So this next poem is called Sexual Slavery. Model in lingerie, tied and gagged. I bet that skimpy outfit is priced higher than your tag. Ligotage, elbow and hag tied, binded, restrained for sexual aesthetic and stimulation. Were you born to be someone's donation? Rope, cuffs, and bondage tape, all used on you like a helpless sexual slave. Sexuality and erotica are a major aspect in bondage, but are not an end in themselves. You became a means to an end when you subjected yourself to sexual mummification. Mummies have reported having out-of-the-body experiences, taken to an aura of sexual bliss. You desire to be mummified for these reasons, banged every day of every week in every season, tied in self-adhesive bandages, used for different purposes, and you do this in full consciousness. A common reason for the active partner to tie their partner is that so they both may gain sexual pleasure from the tied up partner's submission and the temporary control and the temporary transfer of control and power. There are other means of handing him that power without having him devour all that is left of you.
Oh, baby!
People hate what they don't understand, it's true. Because we think you need help, while you see a bunch of idiotic fools. Because though he derives visual pleasure from seeing you tied up, you derive tactile pleasure from the feeling of helplessness and immobility. And while we whisper sexual slavery, you embraces and reach an ultimate sexual liberty. Thank you. Okay, next one is about xenophobia. We all know it, we all hate it, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Poles and okonkos cover the floors. Dreams shattered, limbs scattered, red paints the floors. Mother and child torn in two, a large hand around the husband's throat. How many this time will end up dead because of the choices that the people make, carving smiles of dying grievers? These are your brothers and sisters that you place in boxes to make you feel superior instead of getting a career, and then you call it fear. Fear for what? I see no phobia. This is pure hatred, hate for difference. Yini kwere, yini zai zai, yini ubaseleke mesikutshela ivari 99. History has wiped away. And all that's left are cries of faces without races. Thank you. Okay. So, guys, I wouldn't be doing justice if I left the stage today without performing this next poem. It was the first poem I ever performed, and it is the crowd favorite in PMB. Hey! And it's called The Green Queen. Hey, that's me. That's me. Call me Dacha, dew, ding, ding it out, ditch or dust. I'm a kleptomaniac. I'm after your innocence. It's your mind that I lust. And after I gain your trust, I'll change your perception of life fast. Hit me all day, every day, not voluntary, because we both know that I'm compulsory. Stuck in a life full of adversity, I'm the gateway to all prosperity. I have the power to turn your despairs into hope, so call me dope. I'm no poison. In fact, I'm what you'd call the antidote. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to gloat, but I know that I'm always on your thoughts. I am cannabis, crack, or citral. I will never leave you, never desert or forsake you, because I know that you're needy. Fire me up. All you need is practice, not theory. I am African black, African bush, airplane, and Aunt Mary, and I got them all. Kanye, Rose, and Jay-Z. And my number one girl that looks like Barbie but smokes like Marley, who goes by the name of Rihanna. I am marijuana, and it's you that I want to turn into my next inhaling slaves. This is a new era that I'm trying to pave. I am the revolution. This is the evolution. Evolve or dissolve. Lil Wayne, Snoop, Wiz Khalifa, even Yo Gotti. I got them more like the Illuminati. I am Bell, Bar, Bang, Black or Block. Roll me up into a blunt and blow a smoke. My kind of Illuminati is where I gather you all to join my loyal subjects of marijuana-yology. And I'm your fucking mentor. I control and see all. I am Lucifer. I fuck you in the mind, the paranoid bambekanda that you don't even know who to trust. I make you think that you want me, I'm manipulative, and I am a liar. Why do you think I'm called a viper? I've confused you so much that you can't differentiate fabrications from the truth. I am the A-bomb, the ace, the assassin of youth. I'm great in every way. No part of me is lethal. How can something used to medicate be illegal? Ignorant people think that I'm a nail in one's coffin. But I'm sure that if it was done to me in tobacco, I'd be the most chosen. I was only doing you a favor, letting you taste my succulent green vines. But it's obvious I casted pearls before swines, and I humbly apologize. Next time I bestow good things upon people, I'll make sure to those who actually appreciate them. Instead, I am the green queen, the green goddess, baby, kush, your stress mad. I fire up and boil your blood and turn your eyes red. Your laughter is what I need to feed. Inhale and inhale until your lungs bleed. I sink my green claws around your eyes, making it impossible for them to open. It's a shame. You don't know this? But I'm slowly turning you into my slaves. The sounds that you hear, the feelings that you feel after you hear me, do you even know why you feel so heavy? I am slowly dragging you down to hell to serve me. Bang me all day long because I am your loyal bitch, the bad seed. I am weed. I am jolly green juju, kif, kilter, or killer. I'm what makes you thinner. I eat you up inside, I consume and consume them like a mosquito, constantly draining you. There's a reason I'm called a torpedo. I am Jasper, Conic, Bazooka, Zombie, Buddha, Zol, Ganja. Thank you. Oh, well, I still have some time. So okay, so I'm gonna perform for you guys the poem I performed on opening nights for those who weren't there, who didn't come to watch me. So, yeah, I actually didn't have a title for this poem until we went to this workshop at Danville Girls, and they helped me come up with the title, and it's called, hey, Bo. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot what she said. Oh, unpleasurable desire. A heathen dressed in black, Bible in hand, is a disturbing factor. A goof-off idler bystander bending backwards only to realize that nothing really matters. Gray matter is a major component of the nervous system consisting of neon cell bodies. Every body has it in their brainstem and cerebral, so you see, bruh. I don't really understand why he did what he did, because I know he got a brain. I karate chop his skull open, hoping to get some answers, but he keeps flipping the scripts like dyslexic actors. His lies malignantly grow into tumors of cancer. He told me he loved me, but I guess not in that manner, at least not until the day that he looked at my sister. Insomniac night sweats of guilty pleasures, he tiptoed into my sister's room, locked her lips, and he raped her. Clerical call around the throat the next morning, that is just a cover. That's right, everybody. My husband, the preacher, strutting like a bloody savior while I envision a shredder slowly slicing his sexual dagger, slice it right down to his bladder, and blood splatters as I dig him a grave using nothing but fingers, and with the rigor of hatred and seeing my blooded sister, I aim at that nigger. And I pull the trigger. I do this in my head instead of counting sheep trying to sleep, but the Sandman is proving to be elusive. You know you're stupid, because you could have had her. She was far from a saint, more like a blissful sinner, a non-believer. 50 rands was all it took for her to wrap her soft lips around your manly pleasure, W-H-O-R-E. That's how you spelt her. You could have had her. All you had to do was pay her. But let's not dwell on the past, because that's a painful chapter. Instead, get down on our knees and say a prayer, because when Jesus appears, angels gather. If the practitioner is praying to a God which is all-knowing, it would be presumptuous for him to believe they understand the grand scheme of things sufficiently to pray for what is best. So I pray for myself, my sister, and even God's rejects. I'm sorry if I'm being disrespectful, Father, but the qualities I see lived out so well in some people are just a reflection of your own goodness. So I know it wasn't your traits that made him do this. His actions need no justifications, no excuses. The only way we can get through this is if you open our eyes as you did the blind man so that we can really see. Tune our ears as you did the deaf man so we can hear what you are saying to us. May the experiences of our surroundings remind us to be aware of everything that is around us, and may all that we do lead us closer to you. Be, Lord Jesus, a bright flame before me, a guiding star above me, and a smooth path below me, a kindly shepherd behind me. Today, tonight, and forever, slender of lights eternal, shining within the glory of the rainbow. Come and waken him from the grayness of his apathy and renew in him your gift of hope. Give him your wisdom to teach, your hand to guide, and may your word give him speech. But most of all, reach deep, deep down within. Accept my sister and forgive him. Thank you. Okay. I'll do another one because I have like 4 minutes left. Yo. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Let me tell you a story about the first time I ever performed. My very first poetry recital, I wore my shortest short shorts and a shaky smile on my bare shitless face. I was dressed to impress. When I was finished, the audience clapped. They just clapped. I went home that night glowing, pumping with adrenaline, knowing that I could be something more, something great, something powerful, that if I worked really, really hard, I might become a poet. I stand here, 4 years and 3 books full of sloppy metaphors later, hoping that you would call me a poet before you heard me speak a word. I could have chosen to be a coward, but instead, I stand here in front of you all who could have sent me home feeling like I had no further to go, like I had accomplished all that I could, but a bare, shaky face is all that I could be. But it's not quite like that, as you can see. I don't care whether you're Black, Asian, or Caucasian. Audience, give me a standing ovation. Clap until your hands go numb. Don't treat me as if I'm a child, as if the only way to empower me is to cuddle me, so tell me I need the encouragement. A pen doesn't make you a poet any more than running a line on your pixie bike make you an artist. Audience, give me a standing ovation. I'm 22 years old, legal age to vote, to smoke, to hold an automatic weapon, but I can't handle a standing ovation? I don't care where's the location. Audience, give me a standing ovation. Make a bad...